Good afternoon. So I'm here with my Umarex MP7. This is a brake barrel springer. I fitted a Hogan Decimeater moderator on this. Not only does it help it cock it easier, but it does reduce the noise from the front. This is about a 6.5 inch barrel. I think it's 160 millimeters. I think Umarex say. I fitted a red dot, and because I've changed the moderator, I've had to re-zero the red dot. So it's pretty good now. I think pretty much bang on. So I've got I'm going to have 3 paper targets. I've got one at 10 yards. One at 12.5 meters, and I'm going to move that one back then so just the target on the right will be the 15 meter target. So we'll take the two first targets first, 5 shots at each, freestanding, see how we do. If I can keep still, I think we'll get a good group, to be fair, if I can keep still. It's pretty calm at the moment, only a little bit of breeze. We're using the VMX pellets. These are Webley, they're 8.18 grain. I use them in a lot of my cheap CO2 pistols because they're cheap and reliable, pretty accurate. So here we go. So yeah, it's a brake barrel, so single shot. So cock it like that. Make sure you hold the end. Very important when you load a brake barrel. You don't, or an underlever. You don't want it flicking back and taking your fingers off. Okay, we'll just flip the dot on. Yeah, cycle through it. That's it. Brightest one we're going to need today because it is a bit bright. Right. So let's see. 5 shots, freestanding, 10 yards. See, it is quite noisy from the rear, being a spring. It does diesel a little bit as well still, even though it's had about 300 pellets through it. But it is getting less and less and less. The trigger pull is over 8 pounds. I'd say probably about 9. My trigger gauge does eventually break it, but it's gone off its scale of 8 pounds. So definitely I'd like to lighten this trigger a little bit, maybe get down to about 6. But it is pretty consistent. Break point is consistent anyhow. So once you work out where the trigger breaks, it's pretty good. I think that's 4. I think I lost count already. Which is always because I've gone past 60. I start forgetting. I'm 62 this year. My memory for like shot count is rubbish. Right, okay, so I think that's 5. I hope it's 5 anyhow. Anyhow, we'll zoom in on the left-hand target, and we're going to take 5 shots of that freestanding. That's 12.5 meters out. Okay, let's just see if we can get these. I've got my safety glasses on. I don't normally shoot with safety glasses, and I thought I'd try it, and then we're looking a bit blurred. So, because I can't wear my reading glasses because I can't see the dot properly. It just makes that blurred, so I've gone with the actual safety glasses with the dot and see. So I think aim point will be, I think we're roughly the same. 12.5 meters, not really that long out. Again, freestanding. That's 1. Yeah, you can still smell the dieseling, still smell the oil a bit, so I've got the stock on the first setting, so it's quite short because there's a lot of play in these stocks. They're not really good. Umarex needed to make the stock bars a bit wider, so they'd be a bit of a firmer fit, so they wouldn't rattle around. But I might look at that. If I get the stock off, I might look at see what I can do with them and see if I can actually make them a bit tighter. And that's 3. This Hogan Decimeater does make a difference to the cocking. It's having that extra extension on the end of the barrel. That might be a bit low. Moving a little bit. It's difficult with my hernia to keep still, to be fair. It's more like I tend to time the shot. I'm always moving around a little bit. So let's see where the final shot goes. Right, okay. We'll flip the shot off. Right, what we'll do, obviously we'll put the safety on even though we know it's empty, it's a single shot. And we're going to bring those targets up. We'll have a closer look and see how we did. But I don't think it was terrible. Yeah, on the 10-yard shot, I was actually moving around a little bit, probably a bit more than actually 12.5. Probably wasn't totally comfortable, but even then, that's 5 shots. That's pretty good. The 5 shots I did when I was doing the actual scope freestanding, believe it or not, was that. So yeah, if you can keep still, you'll get that group. That's at 10 yards, by the way, freestanding. So yeah, it is capable. That was 5 shots at 12.5 meters. Kept pretty still, to be fair, and yeah, it's a nice group. There's obviously 2 through there. I'm pretty sure I fired 5. We'll check that with the video. But the 12.5 meter I did when I was zeroing it was that. So again, if you can keep still, you'll get that. So what we'll do, we'll pause this video, move the target back to 15, and we'll see how we do at 15 meters freestanding 5 shots. So I hope you like the little video. Take care and thanks for watching. Good afternoon. So I'm back with my Umarex MP7 brake barrel. And I've got a target at 15 meters, so I'm going to take 5 shots freestanding, see how we do, using the Webley VMX pellets. So she shoots really well at 10 yards and 12.5 meters. Like I said, it's relatively calm. The flag is still, which is very unusual. So we're going to zoom her in and see how many shots we can put in her. I think aim point with the red dot will probably be just above the black circle, I think. So let's just turn on the red dot. I am wearing safety glasses today. I don't normally wear them because I find them quite difficult. They tend to affect my sight even worse. But we're going to give it a go. Okay. The sun's now come out, so it could be a bit more difficult to see the actual red dot as the sun is on that target. But we'll see. Here we go. Freestanding. 15 meters out. 5 shots. Safety off, might be a good idea. Okay, shot number 1. So the only noise that really comes from this now is at the rear. Being a Springer, it was more noisy, but it's starting to settle down a little bit now. It sort of stopped dieseling finally for 300 pellets. Definitely moving around, but that's me. I'm always moving around. Just a case of timing the shot. Especially on freestanding, very rarely I must have. If I'm on a bipod, I'm not too bad. Three. 4. One more. 5. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll bring that up, see how badly we did. I don't think it's terrible. I wasn't moving around. There was one shot I did move a fair bit. Have a look. Yeah, I definitely moved it. I think I moved one quite wide. I think it was this one over here. I think that was the 3rd or the 4th shot. But yeah, I got 3 through the centre there. That's freestanding at 15 metres. So if you haven't got, I mean, I've got a hernia and it plays me up sometimes, especially when I'm outstretched. I'm always moving a fair bit as well, and I think I probably mistimed those 2 shots. But yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, when I did the actual 0, I got that. So, and that's like just now. So that's much better, to be fair. I mean, these 2 outer shots, probably just me just moving a little bit. So yeah, what do I think of this? Right, first of all, it comes with a big square fake moderator. Got rid of that rubbish, and I put an actual proper mod on this. This is a Hogan Decimeater. It takes a lot of the noise out the front, definitely, but because it's a Springer, there's a fair bit of noise coming from the back. So it is quieter. Yeah, I'd say it's probably garden friendly. Yeah, because the moderator that comes fitted to it is a fake thing. It's just a piece of plastic block, which looks actually ugly as well. The rear stock, unlike the brake barrel Uzi that Umarex do, which has got a really nice solid stock, there's a lot of play in this. Umarex needs to sort out this part of it and make this wider, so when it slides in, there's no play in it backwards and forwards, sideways, should we say. Yeah, that's the main issue, is that they made this actually wider by probably 1 millimetre on each one. Widen them up, make a bit more chunky. Yeah, I think that would certainly help. I tend to shoot it on the first setting. There is 3 settings. There's that setting, and there's all the way out as well. But I find to shoot mine like that. So I've got it tucked in, close to my body, so it's nice and stable. And there's less movement on the stock as well by doing that. Red dot setup. So yeah, I like it. If you can shoot peep sights, because they usually come with peep sights, and I shoot them pretty well. Some people struggle with peep sights, but you can put an actual dot on this. I did try putting some flip-up sights on this off my SIG, and it didn't work at all. Yeah, terrible it was. But with a red dot, a small red dot like this, you know, about 20-30 quid I think these are. Yeah, fit it, easy to 0, just slack on the 2 screws at the back, make you win it elevation. You have to fiddle a lot around, but so once you get it right, you do get some really nice groups, providing like that, providing you actually keep it still when you take the shot. Okay, so yeah, these are about 140 UK, I think they are. For a cheap brake barrel, yeah, no, this adapter I got from Guntub, which is JS Ramsbottom. I have done a video on fitting this. I can't remember what the diameter was. I think it might be 16mm, something like that, or 14mm external barrel. Got 2 screws here. Check them regular, because you do come loose eventually with it, because this is a Springer and the whole thing vibrates. So you've got 2 screws here that go onto the actual chassis, and obviously you've got a screw underneath here there that holds the actual grip on, the lower chassis on. So yeah, if you want to remove that, I might remove that, have a look at the trigger, because the trigger pull is over 8 pounds. It's probably about £9 pull. Even though it's really nice and smooth, because I did grease it, and also it breaks consistently, but it's just getting around. But I would like to reduce it a little bit. Maybe if we go down to like 6 would be nice, yeah, for something like this. And yeah, I think if you take this lower stock off and see what the sears are like in there, if they're very, very basic, you can just polish the sears up, grease them, and that should reduce the actual pull by a couple of pounds, which would be nice. So yeah, I like it. It seems accurate using these pellets, and I mean, I'm looking by those groups. If you can keep still, you will get good groups with this. Yeah, it's all about whether you can keep still or not. That's the key, and make sure obviously you 0 your sight up. So yeah, I like it. I do like it a lot. I've only fitted this longer moderator because it makes it obviously easy to cock. I did have a shorter one on, but it did affect the impact point of the pellets. That's why I had to re-zero the sight. So I should be keeping this one with this brake barrel. So there you go. That's the Umarex MP7 brake barrel rifle. Well, pistol really, because it's doing about 3 foot-pounds energy. Yeah, with those pellets. And it was doing like I think 10 shots was 5 FPS. I think it was 2.9. Yeah, 2.9 foot-pounds energy, which is great for tin can plinking. That's all it is. But it will do some targets. It's accurate enough to do tin cans, no problem, because if you can get groups like that, freestanding at 15 metres, once you do the scoping, then you will be able to hit cans. In fact, I might even have a crack at some cans at 20 with this and see if we can hit the cans at 20 or even 25. So I hope you like the video. Take care and thanks for watching.